Hey guys, it's your boy Genius here, back for another video, and today I'm gonna give you guys my top 5 best cell phone features from cell phones in the 2000s. Here we go. Number 5 is ringback tones and downloadable ringtones. Well, yes, we still have the ability to download our own ringtones to our phones. Doing that today just isn't as cool as it was back in the 2000s. Matter of fact, back in the 2000s, not only did we have the downloadable ringtones, but we could also download ringback tones. Well, not really download, you had to pay like $1 or so for your ringtones. A lot of companies did this back in the day, you know, Verizon, Sprint, AT&T, T-Mobile. Like, all you would have to do to get your ringtones and ringback tones, back in the day, the phones had, like, music stores you can go onto. That way you can download, like, ringtones of, let's say, Country Grammar by Nelly, or, anything, like, any song you can think of. Any song you can think of. These phones, their stores, their music stores had them, and you can literally buy them and then set them as your ringer or your ringback tone. Pretty cool.
Please enjoy this Verizon ringback tone while your party is reached. Hello?
Sony BMG Music and Sprint have teamed up to bring you music songs. You get the call, we've got the song. Set your phone's ringer to play music songs, actual songs from your favorite artists. From classics like Ozzy's Crazy Train and the Isley Brothers Between the Sheets, to new chart toppers like Crazy Moses, Here for the Party, and Don't Flip Sunshine. Plus, check out our special voice tone. Set your ringer to play messages from stars like Jessica Simpson.
Yes, this is Jessica Simpson.
Give these ringers and many more by clicking Get To. It's that simple.
Number 4 is color screens. If you were a phone owner back in the 2000s, most notably 2000 to 1999 or 1998 to like 2001, you would know that phones never ever had any color. It was always a monochrome display. And it continued on like this for the next couple years up until 2006, I think. But in between then, there would be phones such as this, the Sanyo SCP-5150, and its cousin, the 5000, that would completely change the game for phones and for future to come. Here, this phone has a color screen, which for 2001 standards was a pretty new feature. Everybody could literally look at their screens in color. Meanwhile, Nokia and the SCP-4500 and other phones were still stuck on the green monochrome display. I mean, just think of it. How cool are you that you have the 5150 with a color display? Shoot, I would work my butt off just to have this phone and have that really, really nice color screen. Even today, this phone's color screen still looks pretty good for being a 23-year-old phone. Number 3 is games. Right here in my hand, I am holding the Sanyo SCP-4500 from 2000. And this is the oldest phone in my collection, and it still is the oldest phone in my collection to be able to play games. In this game, you catch balls and you're a crab, and you try to catch them all without missing them, and also you gotta be careful not to get killed here. As you can see, I am pretty good at crab catcher. This game was pretty revolutionary for its time, as it was one of the first games to be on a mobile phone, aside from what Nokia was doing back in the day. But hey, you know. And if you didn't like playing crab catch, you could have waited until 2006 or 2003, 2004 when the other phones came out and had way more interactive games like my Katana does. And man, for these phones, these games are actually pretty good and they handle pretty well on these old Sanyo phones. But like I said, these phones, their internet, everything like that is pretty expensive and will cost you minutes. So I can see why a lot of people did not buy the full versions of these games. These games are pretty expensive and could run you up a lot of minutes on your phone. But the demos and stuff for these games, especially on the Katana, were pretty good for their time, and they still do look pretty good in my opinion. Definitely one of my favorite features of any cell phone is when it can actually play a video game, like these old phones and stuff like that. Smartphones, they've been the same since 2012, but this was revolutionary right here. Number 2, we got camera phones. These were literally a game changer, having a camera on your phone, and then you can go on there, you can go on your phone, you can take pictures of yourself or whatever's in front of you. My LG VX6000 has that little selfie mirror right next to it. Not only that, but you can also go through the fun frames and you can also change the color like of your picture, and then you can send it to people. Was this Snapchat back in the day? Yes, it indeed was Snapchat back in the day, when you could do this kind of stuff on your phone and not just have a bunch of pictures in your gallery. Even though these cameras weren't the best quality, this was still pretty revolutionary. And then at number 1, we have the startup sounds and shutdown sounds. Back in the 2000s, phones had sounds they made every single time you would turn it on or off. And it was just such a cool feature of the cell phones that phones these days just do not have, and it's just really kind of boring that cell phones nowadays don't even make a single sound when you turn them on. But I don't know, just the excitement and stuff like that I feel every time I hear a phone turning on is unreal. And shutting off too. Some of them have pretty interesting shutdown noises too.
Welcome to Sprint. Goodbye.
Well, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. If you guys like this video and want to see more videos like this, click that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. That way you guys don't miss any new videos. But until then, guys, peace out.